Welcome to another episode of Barman Saturdays, and this week I also decided to take a look at The Retrievers, starring Robert Hayes of Airplane fame and Mel Harris from 30-something. She got a Golden Globe for her performance there, but honestly I think Robert Hayes is just more memorable for me because I remember seeing him recently in Sharknado 2, where he played the pilot as a reference back to Airplane. So he had to die horribly by falling out the plane and getting eaten by a shark. Oh, man, poor Robert Hayes. He just can't escape that Airplane movie, man. But as far as The Retrievers go, well, it's a fairly family-friendly film, to be honest. Like, there's nothing in here that, there's really objectionable besides this scene.
I'm gonna get him a big red ribbon for his neck.
A ribbon?
Yeah, he's a present for my girlfriend.
I can't begin to tell you how irresponsible that is. Like, you do not just pick up an animal and throw it in someone else's lap like that, okay? Like, owning a golden retriever is a lot of responsibility, which is why I'm glad that, it's Maggie is my mom's dog, and I'm not the one that has to deal with, making sure she gets fed or walked, and only have to watch her every now and again because my parents, want to go out for a night of fun, like playing bingo or something. Because I couldn't imagine, having the full-time responsibility of dealing with her, because she's the bundle of love, but also a bundle of energy that wants to go for long walkies. And loves to mouth a lot of stuff, especially Rose. Sometimes those fights get a little out of hand, I'll admit. I don't think she'd actually seriously hurt the small, Cavalier King Charles Spaniel, but yeah, it gets a bit nerve-wracking watching her go for the neck and stuff, Like, yeah, Maggie, can you calm down, back off a bit? We don't want you accidentally, going too far and, like, snapping her neck on accident, because you got, like, 40-plus pounds on her. Ugh. But, yeah, Robert Hayes' character is Tom, decided, we're going to move the entire family out to California, because, I've been doing this work and doing advertising and stuff, and New York, and I want to do a similar work in California, but I want it to be more low-key, because in New York City, you constantly get, these really big, massive clients. It's very stressful for him, putting all those late-nighters in. He's like, I just want to scale back the workload a bit, I can relate. I sometimes want to do that, too, sometimes when it comes to my YouTube channel, because, like, gotta put in, like, a 9-10 hour day at my regular job, and then come back and try and do some recordings and stuff, like, gotta have some me time every now and again, So I can relate a bit. But, of course, while they're moving into their new house, they find out that, they have a stray in the area, and she's decided she wants to move into, and due to her persistence of coming back for just 2 days, they decide to just give in and adopt her. And then find out that she's pregnant. Yep, she planned it. She's like, I'm pregnant, I need somewhere to stay, so I'm going to move in with these people in this nice country house with this big backyard. Oh, man, I have to admit, it is a funny bit watching Robert Hayes' character Tom, ask if she planned it, and she barks affirmative yes. I'm like, thank you, dog. That is definitely what we needed.
You had this planned all along, didn't you? Wise guy.
And I have to admit, golden retrievers are smart dogs. Maggie still hasn't figured out how to unlock her crate yet, but she'll get there eventually, probably. I know when we had Rosette, a silky terrier, she figured out how to do that. So you could eventually just couldn't put her in her crate. She's like, if I go in there, it's asleep because you left my mat and stuff in there, but you can't lock me in there because I can just pop them out open whenever I feel like it. Until she got so old she couldn't see anything anymore, so she couldn't find the latches to open them up anymore. That was kind of depressing. I really don't want to go down that route because we had to put her down because it had just gotten that bad with her. But going back to the retrievers now, moving away from the depressing thought of a dog that passed away a couple of years ago. Eventually the family decides to give the puppies away for free, which I'm a bit surprised they decided to go for free on them, because I imagine most people, even if they are given unexpected, puppies and they're not breeders or anything, they'd still ask for a little money for the puppies, but I guess you can argue, they didn't want the puppies, they were just an unexpected bonus. But they give them away to people that are just obviously irresponsible or not going to be capable of really taking care of a golden retriever. I mean, They give them to one old lady who's apparently a widow who spends all her time basically at home and doesn't go anywhere. I'm like, you can't really do that with a golden. They're energetic dogs. They need playtime. They need their walkies. Like, they are not going to put up with just being in a house with nothing to do. And they will chew things up, if you leave them unattended. Or dig holes. Trust me, I've seen Maggie do both.
Chewy, leave that alone.
Yeah, eventually the family decides, we've got to get the puppies back, because Pilot, the name they gave the stray, is depressed. She wants her puppies back. The kids are upset because they're like, why didn't you just give us away? If you gave away the puppies, it's like, I get it. Like, it's hard to part sometimes. But, they try and get them all back, and most of the owners, they took them, they just want to get rid of the dogs, because they did not prepare for the responsibility at all.
Well, you better take him back. That little home record's been destroying my house piece by piece. He chews on everything. He's already ruined my sofa, my dinette set. I've already been to the hospital 3 times because of that animal. I thought having a dog was supposed to reduce your stress level.
Yeah, eventually they get all the puppies back that, except for the one the farmer took because he accidentally crushed it underneath his tractor, which is quite depressing. This can be a depressing film, apparently. But at least they managed to find Wander, who ran away. I guess that puppy really does live up to its name. Constantly running away from everyone. But trying to wander back as well. But yeah, I'd say this is just an average, film for a family movie. It's cute. It's not really going to offend you in any way. But it's probably not going to, necessarily hold your attention the entire time because it's not super riveting, in any way. We do get a few comedic nods, which are nice to help break up the story a bit with some levity when we get to some of the more depressing moments, I suppose. But, yeah. Definitely not, my favorite dog movie. Till next time, then. See ya.